Hi guys, this is Robin Good and I'm connecting live with Sam Lessin of Dropio, a file sharing company that just gets out of the main group to provide something that is uniquely different. But I want Sam really to introduce what makes Dropio such a unique type of file sharing service. Sam, to you.
Well, thanks for having me on. Dropio is the easiest way to privately share any sort of media online with exactly whom you want, how you want, for as long as you want. So using Dropio, you can take any file, from video and audio to documents, upload them to a private URL with no identity, no registration, no search, no social, and then share it with exactly whom you want, for how long you want, for anything you need, from sharing pictures and videos with your family that you don't want others to have access to, all the way to as a team or a work group or an organization where you need to collaborate on information and share files.
Fantastic. And it is indeed so. What I've realized myself for the few seconds that I've been on Dropio, by the way, drop.io. Drop.io. It's not com, it's not www something, it's simple. Just drop is 4, io is 2, so that's 6 letters in total. Dropio, go there, try it, and you can see the registration fact is very cool. You don't have to register or log in, and you can immediately share. Now, you've got an interesting metaphor for this sharing approach. Do you want to tell us more, because it also relates to your name?
Yeah, so Dropio means drop.input-output. Of course, it's actually the Indian Ocean territory, but we pretend that .io is .input-output. And with Dropio, you make drops, which are these little spots that you can then share files through. You can input files by almost anything, from the web and widgets to email, voice, fax, almost anything you can think of, and then output them from a drop via RSS, email, again, basically any output. So our job and what we try to do is to allow you to take digital content from anywhere and share it from where it is to where it needs to be as simply as possible, if that makes sense. And so a drop in the metaphor is basically that all we're creating is an envelope or maybe a kitchen table where you can put anything you need in and then pull anything you need out.
So these are some kind of virtual baskets that I can create on demand, and I throw in stuff, and then I say, I want it to go to this, and this people, but to this guy send it by email, to this guy send it by fax, you said, and to this other guy send it on the mobile phone.
Exactly. Wow. Whatever you want. Our job is just to create the metaphor that's useful for all these types of private sharing.
And how large are the baskets? I mean, how much stuff can I throw inside?
You can make an infinite number of drops, each of which is 100 megabytes by default. If you want to make your drops bigger, we have a very simple pricing plan where it's $10 per gigabyte per year of capacity. You can put as many files as you want through that gigabyte, remove files when you're done with them, whatever you'd like. So it's a completely flat pricing model. But you can, again, make as many 100 megabyte drops as you want and share them with whomever you want, however you want.
Have you noticed so far how much time has Dropio been out there for the public to use?
You have us almost on our 1-year anniversary. Dropio went live almost exactly a year ago. And, we've gotten to the point where every month several 100,000 people are using Dropio to share millions of files with everything from small businesses to families.
My question is, have you discovered of unique applications of Dropio that you would have never thought of when you were designing and marketing the system?
You have no idea. So many. It's been one of my favorite things is that simple private sharing, or what we're enabling, is very broadly useful. So literally we hear stories every day of people using Dropio for new strange things that we hadn't thought of. There are preachers who are using it to share lectures and with their congregants. So when they start a sermon, they turn on the voicemail feature. They record directly to their drop via the phone number and then share it via email and RSS with everyone in the community. There are, believe it or not, we've met several farmers who use Dropio to auction off their farm animals because they want to share pictures and videos of what their farm animals are, but they don't want the entire world to see it on Google, right, or for other competitive farmers to be able to look it up. So that's one of the fun things about building something that's new but is very broadly useful, is that people life hack. They create their own solutions on top of it. And so it's been really fun. I mean, we basically don't tell people how to use our system at all. We maybe suggest a few things, but it's really about people realizing that they need to share media privately and figuring out what they need it for.
Good. I have one more curiosity. If I want to share with a great number of people, do I have a limit? And second, how do I manage, say, putting there a list of the people that subscribe to my newsletter to share something with them? Is that appropriate, the use of Dropio?
You can use Dropio for whatever you want. I mean, the answer is some of the largest drops have thousands of people who use them every day. Actually, some podcasters use drops to collect information from their listeners about what they should talk about. If you know, Adam Curry runs a popular Dropio page called Daily Source Code. He collects incredible amounts of media from his listeners every day. So you can do that. And in terms of managing subscriptions, as the administrator of a drop, you can see who's subscribed to your drop. So we don't ever promote your space. In fact, search engines can't find it. It's completely off the map. But if you want to share a space with whomever you want, however you want, that's your prerogative, and you can do it with as many people as you want.
Fantastic. And can you tell me more about this thing of Adam Curry? I mean, how does it work that people can go on a drop and suggest questions? Can you tell me more?
Yeah, he set up a drop. He was one of the very earliest Dropio users, and he's been very helpful to us thinking about new features. But he started using Dropio, where he set up a drop called drop.io/daily source code. His listeners can then go and share videos and links and pictures and any media that the whole community looks at and that Adam looks at and then talks about on his podcast. So they use it as a private media sharing platform for his show. And it's really cool to watch how it's grown and how people use it. So whenever a listener has something they like, they just put it up there, and then people can interact with it. It's like almost like a very open, simple blogger in certain ways, the way he uses it.
What do they see or you see as a key advantage for this type of community in doing this privately rather having a Ning-based community or a wiki where they put this? What is the key advantage in making it private? Can you help me see through that?
There are reasons. I mean, privacy it's a relative concept. It just means you share it with whom you want. You know, Adam's and Daily Source Code drop is very large. Shared with probably thousands. I mean, it is shared with thousands of people. But it's not that the privacy in that case, I think, is the key. The key is that the right people know where it is. The wrong people don't know where it is. And it's dead simple to use. You don't have to sign up. You don't have to, deal with complicated software. Literally, if you want to add something, you click a button and you add it. And that's it. And I think that provides a huge benefit for a wide base of people who just want to share. They don't want to deal with all these other things that have evolved in social media. They just want to move information around.
Well,
so that's what we try to make that simple.
Sorry about that. I was going to say, from the guy who comes from Sherwood, the forest where you share things, there couldn't be a better place to send my friends to. So, guys, go and share as much as you want at drop.io. Thank you, Sam, and have a great day for today.
Thank you so much. Talk to you later.